Here's the brutal truth about long-distance hiking that most trail guides won't tell you. Sometimes the difference between quitting and continuing comes down to a single meal. PCT Southbound Journey, Day 35. Starting point, hidden stealth campsite at mile marker 603.2. Ending point, trail campsite at mile marker 630.1. Total distance covered, 26.9 miles. This particular morning began earlier than usual because I had a strategic mission ahead. My phone battery was dangerously low, and Olallie Lake Resort represented my only lifeline for the next several days. What I didn't expect was how this single decision would completely transform my entire hiking experience. The pre-dawn hours offered that magical stillness that only wilderness veterans truly understand. As I methodically packed my gear, just a handful of northbound hikers ghosted past my tent site, their headlamps creating brief light trails in the darkness. The solitude felt almost sacred. The journey to Olallie Lake stretched across approximately 4 miles of what can only be described as environmental devastation. The burn zone told a story that most casual hikers never witness. Charred skeletal remains of what were once towering forest giants. Early morning temperatures provided merciful relief, but I could feel the sun's intensity building with each passing hour, promising another scorching day ahead. Then came the moment that made me burst into laughter despite my exhaustion. Rounding a sharp trail bend, I found myself staring directly at what appeared to be a massive bear blocking the path. My heart nearly exploded before my brain registered the truth. This was Smokey Bear's wooden likeness, complete with his famous fire prevention message. For those unfamiliar with this American icon, his slogan reminds us that wildfire prevention remains our collective responsibility. But here's where it gets controversial. Just a few hundred yards further, another sign warned hikers to watch out for bears. The irony was absolutely delicious, and it made me question whether we're more afraid of cartoon bears or real ones. My breakfast strategy had been deliberately minimal since I knew the resort awaited, but this decision backfired spectacularly. My legs felt like concrete pillars, each step requiring tremendous effort. However, the moment Olallie Lake revealed itself, every ounce of discomfort evaporated instantly. Mt Jefferson appeared to emerge directly from the water's surface, creating a postcard-perfect scene that demanded a future vacation return. Arriving as one of the morning's first customers, I experienced the resort owner's genuine hospitality. They graciously permitted phone charging while I purchased both immediate breakfast necessities and strategic snacks for the upcoming Santiam Pass segment. The resort's tranquil atmosphere provided an unexpected gift, a perfectly positioned chair overlooking the breathtaking panorama. And this is the part most people miss about long-distance hiking. Sometimes the most profound moments happen when you simply stop moving. Despite the surrounding forest's fire-damaged condition, an undeniable charm persisted in the landscape's raw honesty. As morning progressed, fellow hikers gradually congregated, creating an impromptu trail community gathering. I connected with a couple celebrating their completed Oregon section and encountered a northbound section hiker sharing similar goals. These brief human connections remind us why hiking culture remains so uniquely special, even though farewells always carry bittersweetness. With my phone reaching 90% battery capacity, duty called. My fiancé was counting on our planned rendezvous. Here's where I made a decision that purists might consider controversial. I chose the road alternative over the designated trail for several miles. While the Pacific Crest Trail wound through additional burn zones, the road option provided access to multiple swimming-worthy lakes. Some hiking traditionalists argue this constitutes cheating, but I believe intelligent route selection demonstrates wisdom, not weakness. Horseshoe Lake became my oasis destination. Our large family had established what appeared to be an extended camping operation at the fire-damaged shoreline. 2 children splashed joyfully in the water, while their mother supervised both the baby and the family dog. Eventually, their father returned with 3 additional kids after an apparent cross-lake paddling adventure. I immersed myself neck-deep in the refreshing water for approximately 20 minutes, letting the coolness penetrate my overheated body. Returning to the official PCT route, I encountered an endless stream of northbound hikers ascending toward the Mt Jefferson wilderness area. As elevation increased, an absolutely magical phenomenon began unfolding around me. Hundreds, possibly thousands of dark orange and black butterflies streamed past in massive migrations, heading down mountain. Their origin remained mysterious, but their presence transformed the landscape into something resembling a Disney animation sequence. Reaching treeline again meant alpine wildflowers returned in glorious abundance. The final ascent to the Mt Jefferson wilderness boundary required traversing a small snow patch, quite unusual for August hiking conditions, which added an element of seasonal novelty to the experience. Cresting the pass revealed another jaw-dropping vista. Mt Jefferson dominated the skyline with its snow-crowned peak, surrounded by pristine emerald meadows that looked almost artificially perfect. These omens demand pause and contemplation. Even a butterfly decided to join my meditation session, landing nearby as if acknowledging our shared appreciation. But the trail's relentless call eventually won, initiating the day's descent phase. The vibrant green meadows gradually gave way to another desolate burn zone. Fortunately, temperatures remained moderate compared to previous scorching days, though miles of completely exposed trail certainly depleted my energy reserves by afternoon's end. The silver lining? Wild huckleberries and blackberries provided natural trail snacks throughout this challenging section. Reaching Milk Creek marked my physical breaking point. Despite the relatively early hour of 6 p.m., my body was sending clear exhaustion signals. Rather than pushing through blindly, I made a strategic decision to cook and consume dinner beside the creek, then reassess my energy levels afterward. Here's the controversial truth that outdoor gear companies don't want you to know. Sometimes expensive freeze-dried meals actually justify their ridiculous price tags. That Mountain House Fettuccine Alfredo with chicken didn't just satisfy hunger. It performed a complete physical resurrection. Within minutes of finishing that meal, I genuinely felt capable of hiking another 10 miles. This experience raises important questions about nutrition timing and food quality versus cost considerations. My evening goal remained modest at just 4 additional miles. So I activated a podcast and settled into a steady rhythm. The trail climbed steadily but maintained reasonable gradients throughout. Shortly after 8 p.m., I located suitable camping terrain, completed essential evening tasks, and surrendered to immediate sleep. This represents authentic long-distance hiking reality, not Instagram-worthy highlight reels, but the genuine physical and mental challenges that define trail life. Now here's what I want to know from fellow hikers. Do you think choosing road alternatives over designated trail sections compromises the integrity of a long-distance hiking attempt? And have you experienced similar dramatic energy shifts after eating particular trail meals? Some argue that anything less than 100% trail compliance doesn't count as a legitimate thru hike, while others believe intelligent decision-making demonstrates superior wilderness judgment. Where do you stand on this debate? Share your thoughts and experiences I'm genuinely curious whether other hikers have faced similar dilemmas and how you resolve them.